What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns doing Garage Tour 4.0 with Janine, my primary character, on the Xbox One in her Sentinel. Well, I call it Amanda's Sentinel because it's Amanda's Sentinel. Eventually, it became available for purchase. I like this car because, as I am trying to figure out on the controller, okay, we do not want the radio on. Okay, I do not want a copyright strike when it comes to music. She has a really cool top. See? I like that top. It's awesome looking. So it was hold down right on the D-pad. Okay. It took me a second. It's been a while since I drove this car. And I've been drinking a little. Okay, so anyways, we're going to show you all 30 of Janine's cars in all three garages. We're heading towards the Freak Show garage. And, yeah, so I'm trying to get over there. It's a nice sunny day here in Los Santos. Oh, you hit me. I'm suing. Ah, Nick. Oh, they're sleeping. Anyways, back on the road. Confession. I am actually redoing the audio on this video because the original version I decided to do live as I recorded the video because I got a brand new laptop, so I had it sitting beside me and it didn't go so well. For one thing, there was a lot of clicking noises because my controller was too close to the headset, so there was a lot of clicking in the video. There's a couple other things that happened that I was not happy with, so I scrapped the original audio and decided just to revoice it. So there you go, a little inside baseball, a little peek behind the curtain, if you will, as we go inside the Freak Show garage, as I like to call it, because a lot of these vehicles are kind of freaky. At least I think they're freaky. The first car, the Warner, the last of my hipster cars. I bought several hipster cars back in the day. I sold the rest of them. The Dubsta 6x6. The Pagali is gone as well. This is the last hipster car that I have left. And over here is the Enduro, the dirt bike that came with the Heist update. I love this dirt bike. It's awesome. And over here, the gold and chrome Dubstas, rare SUVs exclusive to current gen, used to spawn up in Vinewood Hills. You could, steal one. You could sell it at Los Santos Customs, or do what I did and keep them. By the way, if you wanted to sell them, they were $23,000 a piece. But after the Heist update, for whatever rhyme or reason, they no longer spawn in free mode. So that kind of sucks. It's just a good thing that I happen to keep two of them just for part of my collection. And here's another rare ride that I've been trying to find for a while now. This Speedo van, which is a really cool van. There's a lot of vans that spawn around the map, but this one is the hardest one to find. Well, it's been the hardest one for me to find. And one day I finally came across it, and I grabbed it without even thinking about it, and I threw it in my garage. Because, yes, I'm going to have me a Speedo van. It's so cool looking. So creepy at the same time. And over here is my Sadler truck. I love this truck, by the way. There is a video on the Sadler if you want to find out how to get the version of the Sadler of your choosing. It's the best truck, in my opinion, in Grand Theft Auto Online. And over here, we got my Mesas. That's right, my Meriwether Mesas. And this one's the normal one. It's my newer one of the two. And I've got kind of a cool paint job on both these vehicles. It's a pearlescent matte, which is kind of a glitch, but it's kind of cool. And this is my older Mesa Meriwether. And this is my favorite one because it has more of a sporty look to it. So I really like this Mesa of the two. But I have two of them because it's kind of a collection. And my most prized possession, the Roosevelt. And this is the real deal. This is not a dupe, not a glitch. It is the actual Roosevelt that came with the St. Valentine's Massacre back in February 2014. I dropped $700,000 for it. So, and here's another rare ride, the Rat Loader. There's two versions of this one, the yellow one like this one and then a green one. Both of them spawn up in Paleto Bay. They still do on current gen Xbox One and PlayStation 4. I put the Crow Club logo on it because it looks really cool, because yellow is one of our colors. By the way, you can join the Crow Club, linked below in the description section, and you can find out more about the Rat Loader if you just search it in my video section or in GTAO Rides playlist. There you go. So here you go, the Freak Show garage. One garage down, two more to go. And by the way, let me know by the end of the video, after you're done watching all three garages, all 30 vehicles in Janine's possession, which one of the 30 rides is your fave, and which one do you think I should get rid of? Because eventually we are going to get new DLC, which means new vehicles, and some of them might actually be worth buying. which means I'm going to have to make room unless Rockstar decides to give us a fourth garage, which I personally would not mind. As you know, myself and so many others now already have 30 cars, which is the max, which sucks. I know, where does it end, right? 30, 40, 50, 500? If they continue to come out with DLC with new vehicles, then we need more room for those vehicles. So I wish they would just make it unlimited properties. You could just buy as many as you want as long as you have the cash, right? So here we go at Tinsel Towers, and this is where I have most of my top of the line rides, with the exception of the Roosevelt. I just felt like the Roosevelt worked better over there in the Freak Show section, right beside the Rat Loader. And in we go to Tinsel Towers. These are some of my favorite vehicles, by the way, that I currently possess with Janine on the Xbox One. My flagship car, the Massacro, which I call Massey, and I have a personalized license plate that I made just for Massey. But unfortunately, my secondary character on the Xbox One, Cynthia, she has a race car version of the Massacro, and every time I try to do the whole thing in the app for the iFruit app, it won't go to this car. It'll go to the Massacro race car, so it really pisses me off. So I've kind of been like, screw it. Whatever. I just won't worry about putting a special plate on the back of Massey. But it's all good. This is still my favorite sports car currently in the game. And, of course, one of my least favorite sports cars. This is probably the car I'm going to sell if ever a new DLC comes out with new vehicles. The Dinka race car Jester. I just feel like it's probably should go away. I mean, yeah, it has a cool livery on it. It's pretty fast, but yeah, I'm definitely going to sell it if something better comes our way in the next update. So it's on the chopping block. And here's Franklin's Buffalo S. I love this car. It's just so fierce looking. And I call it Americana because I have kind of like an American motif, red, white, and blue. Not only does it have a patriotic horn, it also has the red, white, and blue smoke from the Independence DLC. So it's a very sweet looking ride. I like it. And yeah, I like this car. And over here is the second Bifta I've owned. The very first one was part of the Beach Bum update. At the time, the Beach Bum update vehicles were free, but I only had 10 cars before the High Life update, and so I had to get rid of the Bifta back then. But recently, a few months ago, I decided to buy another Bifta, and I really do like riding around in the hills with this Bifta. It's pretty cool. And let's see, what else? Yeah, I just like it. It's fun. It's fast on the road, and it's really fast off-road. And here is the Insurgent, a.k.a. the Batmobile that came with the Heist update. I love this big, mean ride. I haven't driven it around in a while, but I did back when Heist first came out. For like the first few weeks of Heist, I was driving it like crazy. But I still like it. It's still cool. It's just very OP. And let's see, over here, hold on. We'll take one more look at it. Okay, oh no, okay. Now we're going over to the Pegasi collection. Alright, so this is the Monroe. I got this sports classic for Janine when she reached rank 300. I love this sports classic. It's really cool. It's a very awesome ride. And over, of course, on the bike rack, I have the Scorcher, which is probably the best bicycle in the game. So yeah, I really do like this sports classic, and I really do like the Pegasi line, which is obviously Lamborghini. And I'm going to run around here real quick, show you the Scorcher real close. And here is my latest supercar, the Pegasi Infernus. I just like the look. The color scheme of this Pegasi Infernus is pretty cool. And my oldest supercar, the Pegasi Vaca. I realize this is not the best car to use in racing, but it's still a very sweet looking ride. So that's why I keep the Pegasi Vaca. And as I mentioned, I really do love the Lamborghini brand. And here it is, the Beast, my Zentorno, perhaps the best supercar in the game. I realize some people have that debate. Is it Zentorno, Adder, Entity? In my opinion, I think the Zentorno is numero uno. And the final, hold on, we'll go around one more time. Checking out the Zentorno, the Beast. And of course, my Body 801, wrapping up the Pegasi collection. This is just a really sexy bike. I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, these are some of my favorite rides in the game, with the exception of the Jester race car. Eventually, I'll get rid of it. I don't need to sell it right now, but in a future DLC, yeah, I'm definitely going to be scrapping it, because I really don't care for it too much. I liked it at first when it came with the Festive Surprise DLC, but now, not so much. Alright, so we got two garages down, the Freak Show garage and the upscale Tinsel Towers garage. The third and final garage we're going to is over at Eclipse Towers as we put the top back on the Sentinel, Amanda Sentinel as I call it. And I really do like coupes. I used to have a lot of Ubermax, but I sold them a while back, with the exception of two, including this one. And like I mentioned, I just like the way it looks. It just looks really sexy. I used to have a 3 Series BMW. That's why I like Ubermax. So here we go, Eclipse Towers. This one basically is the muscle car garage, with the exception of my two coupes. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up because I like muscle cars, just like I like Pegasus. Because I'm American, yeah. We Americans love our muscle cars, yeah. Alright, so obviously we talked about the Sentinel, Amanda Sentinel as I call it. And over there is the Sentinel XS, a very rare ride you can still get on current gen. Spawns at night by the Eclipse Towers, a purple one like this one, and the yellow one. The purple one will fetch you $17,000 at Los Santos Customs. The yellow one about $15,000. And since purple's one of our colors, I put the Crow Club logo up on this ride. It just looks really cool. It's a variation of purple. Alright, so here's the rare muscle cars that have spawned at the Los Santos Customs in Rockford Hills. This awesome looking Sabre with the supercharger on it. I really do like the look of this Sabre. Then of course the Gauntlet. I call it Britannia because it kind of has a British look to it. I get the feeling of the Union Jack when I see this car. So that's why I call this Gauntlet Britannia. And no, I don't name all my cars. Just some of them. It's another rare ride. And yeah, I like the look of it. It looks really cool. And over there is a light blue Dominator. Now that Dominator over there, let's walk over there, Janine. Head on over to the Dominator. Okay, let's just walk around. Okay, finally, this is a rare ride that no longer spawns after the heist update. It is, well, worth about $20,000. It, along with the Golden Chrome Dubstas, no longer spawn for whatever rhyme or reason. But it's a really cool looking Dominator, and that's why I still have it in my collection. And this is the very first car I ever owned in the game back in October 2013. My Dominator, blue and black. I've made some adjustments, some modifications to the original look, but with all intents and purposes, this is the original car that I first owned back in the game, back when I had only, what, a 2-car garage? Back when I had nothing, $1,000 in my pocket, rank under 10, pathetic, and of course Janine was still a guy at the time. Anyways, the Crow Club Gauntlet. Yes, I love this muscle car. Looks so cool. And of course the Phoenix, the Halloween car, because we didn't get a Halloween DLC back in 2014. I decided to make my own Halloween car with dark orange and black and orange tire smoke. Hopefully in 2015 we will finally get a Halloween DLC with a lot of awesome costumes and masks. That would be really sweet. And maybe some awesome melee weapons like a butcher knife, a machete, a chainsaw. Hey, a girl can dream, right? And my two premier muscle cars, the Dukes. And as you can tell, I tried to make it look as much like the General Lee as possible. I even went on Google when I first got it back in November. And I tried to get the orange just right. I tried to get the rims just right and the gray just right. Unfortunately, you couldn't get the Confederate flag on top for PC reasons. I don't know why. But this is pretty close to the General Lee with a few exceptions. Lack of a couple decals. I really like this ride. And of course over there well, hold on. Are we going to go over there now, Janine? Are we heading that way? Yes, we are. The Hardtop Stallion, an infamous vehicle in my collection because so many of you have asked me and begged me and threatened me to dupe it for them. For you. But as I've mentioned 1,000 times, I will not dupe my Hardtop Stallion. Hopefully one day Rockstar will actually fix that issue, and you too will be able to purchase your own hardtop or soft top or no top Stallion. And there you have it. Garage Tour 4.0. Be sure to let me know below in the comment section which of my 30 rides is your favorite, which of my 30 rides is your least favorite, and do you think I should add another vehicle to my collection? Let me know below in the comment section. I really would like to know your input about this because it's important. And come back in about 5 years for Garage Tour 5.0. Just kidding.